What's going on, peoples? Al York Sports bringing y'all the NBA Finals, which starts tonight, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. You got the 4 seed Indiana Pacers versus the number 1 seed Oklahoma Thunder. They play 2 games head-to-head between 2024, 2025. OKC winning both, 120-111 at Indianapolis, 132-111 at home. So OKC got the head-to-head. The line for this series is plus 500 Pacers, minus 700 OKC. I don't like that. If you like the Pacers, I don't think these sports books are going to pay out plus 500 to anybody. And a lot of people I know got the Pacers, even futures. A lot of people think OKC got a lot of futures. They don't have a lot of futures. They got futures, but not a lot. Because me, myself, I didn't even think OKC, I thought they were too young to get this far. You know what I mean? I thought Denver would have got them, or somebody else would have got them. I thought they was a year away, just like I think my Knicks were a year away. But obviously they weren't. Dubs showed up. They are where they are for a reason, because they're a very good team. Let me tell you how Indiana got here. Indiana cruised through the Milwaukee Bucks 4-1. They were favorite. Dollars only played, I think, 1 game. You already knew that Milwaukee was not ready for that series. Indiana ate them up 4-1. And the series I was very impressed with was round 2 versus the Cavaliers. Though head-to-head, the Pacers beat them, I think, 3 out of 4. But even I thought the Cavaliers was going to tear the Pacers up, and that didn't happen. I understand that Garland missed the first 2 games. He came back game 3 at Indianapolis. They blew them out. I thought they wasn't going to lose another game, and I was wrong, as the Pacers move on, beat the Cavaliers 4-1. And then, of course, they played my New York Knicks. Knicks were favored almost $2 to 1. As a matter of fact, it was 170. We lost the first game that we should have had. We was up like 20 late, 14 late. Blew that game. I knew that was going to come back to haunt us. We end up losing in 6 games for numerous reasons. I already put it in my last video. I'm not going to get into it. Pacers move on. Let me pivot down to OKC. They handle Memphis Grizzlies easy, 4-game sweep. Knocked out Moran and company right out the box. Then the Denver Nuggets came. This was the series I thought they were going to lose. I gave out Denver in 7. OKC won in 7. Denver pushed the needle, played 6 games in 1 quarter. Did not play the last 3 quarters of Game 7. Got blown the fuck out. OKC moved on to the Western Conference Championship as they faced Minnesota Timberwolves. And they also handled Ant-Man, Julius Randle, Naz Reid and company real easy. 1 blowout loss in Game 3. If you ask me, it looked like, I'm not going to say they lay down, but it looked like they lay down Game 3 and then didn't look back. Took that series 4-1. Easy win for OKC. Now, as I'm breaking all this down, tonight's game is minus 9.5. Like I said, 230 for OKC. Now, I gave you the facts. Now, I'm going to give you what I'm thinking. For the Pacers to win this series, this is what they're going to have to do. They're going to keep having to hit them shots like they do. What I'm noticing about OKC, they so deep and so team-oriented, it's almost like they become one. So whatever Indiana does, they are going to adjust in the next game or so. So let's say Indiana hits 29 threes in Game 1 and beat them, they'll probably hit 11 in Game 2. They'll make the adjustment. Rick Carlisle and company got to continue to readjust, in-game adjustments. If OKC is going to adjust, just like the movie Predators, when they send the 3 Predators, and every time they get defeated, they make adjustments when they send the next 3. OKC makes adjustments. You're not going to be OKC just shooting jump shots. You can win a game or 2 just hot. You just get hot. Mathurin get hot. Nembhard get hot. Halliburton get hot. Siakam going to do his thing. You understand what I'm saying? Nesmith, going to do his thing. But you're not going to beat them like that, because what's going to happen is you'll probably hit hot 2 games and hit. But how about when you don't hit? One thing about OKC, they're going to get you 1 shot and out. And there's no way you're going to beat any team with 1 shot and out. They don't give up offensive rebounds like that. Chet Holmgren, when they put Hartenstein in there, SGA could rebound, Dubs could rebound. I mean, they got so many bodies they could throw at you. You know, you got Joe, you got Wallace, you know, you got another Williams. They just got bodies after bodies, dog. They deep like Alabama in football, but in the NBA. And you already know the big three do their thing. Holmgren, SGA, and Dubs. That's why I said this is going to be the next dynasty team. But they got to win. To me, to be the next dynasty team, you got to win the series. Shut it off with this series, and then I got them to be the next dynasty team. Of course, they got to sign J-Dubs, which I think they will. I think they got him wrapped up. I don't think he's going to go out there trying to get more money. He's loving. As long as they give him enough, he's going to stay there with SGA and try to be the next dynasty. What OKC got to do to win is what I said, what the opposite of what the Pacers. Get them in that three-point mode, and then they're not going to hit for 4 out of the 7 games to beat them. That's not going to happen. Pacers are going to have Siakam be a dog in the inside like he was with the Knicks. Miles Turner's going to have to do more. And Matherin's going to be their secret weapon off the bench to rebound and go to the hole because, like I said, you're going to have some kind of action in the paint. That outside shit is not going to work against OKC. I'm telling you right now. Minnesota tried that. And I thought Minnesota had some bullies down low. I thought Randall was a bully. I know Naz Reid's like a three-point shooter, but he also could go to the hole. You know what I'm saying? Gobert only know how to do is dunk. He can't do nothing else but dunk. And they couldn't do nothing. They was getting pushed out of the paint, forcing them to shoot them ugly long threes. And like I said, if anybody could make those threes, it's going to be the Pacers or the Celtics. Celtics ain't in, so it's going to be the Pacers. But you're going to live with that, and you're going to die with that. And in the 7-game series, I don't think you have 4 great shooting outside 3 nights in the 7-game series. So I think that's really going to come up short. I think this series is going to be extended. I think Indiana covers the majority of the spreads. That's what they're going to do. I don't think they're going to let Indiana win the series because the comeback is too much. Plus 500, the books would get fucking nailed if Indiana wins this series at plus 500. I know people right now that's betting at least 1,000, 2 racks. I don't know the $50,000 cats, but I know the G niggas, and the G niggas are all going to be putting 500. Nobody's going to lay minus 700. The only way they're going to take OKC if they lose game 1 and then take them game 2. Now the series bet drops from minus 700 to maybe 350. Then I can maybe see dude throw a 3,500 to win a rack. But even at that, that's still like, that's just still crazy. So this is going to be a better series than a lot of people think. I don't think OKC is going to run over them. I think the Pacers is where they want to be. They've been underdogs the majority of the year. They love playing that underdog role, and I know they're going to come out in game 1. I think they're going to cover game 1 with the possibility of winning game 1. But I like OKC to win this, but not as easy as people think. I think Indiana's going to move the needle just like the Denver Nuggets did. Enjoy your NBA Finals. Al York Sports at work, giving y'all work. I got mad motherfuckers looking at me. Let me throw this shit at them. Love y'all, man. Let's get it.